Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mag Show. That's right, we are having another edition of the Mag Show, and today we are going to be talking about the Xbox Developer Direct 2025, and boy, did it deliver. I don't even have to ask that question. Did it deliver? Yes, it delivered. And listen, I got to put a public service announcement out there for everybody, okay? If you're an Xbox owner, a PC owner, a PlayStation owner, a soon-to-be Switch 2 owner, all we should care about is getting great games. But anyways, before we get into all that business, let's break down this show. So, how did they start? They started exactly how I did not expect them to start. They started with, which I had already previously reported. I really hope I didn't spoil it for too many people, but Ninja Gaiden was revealed. That's right, Ninja Gaiden 4 was revealed at this showcase. So that's how they decided to open the show. Hit them with a bang, hit them with a big surprise. Boy, did it ever look magnificent. The thing is I saw about it is that I did not expect them to shadow drop Ninja Gaiden 2 Black Remastered on the UE5, by the way, on Game Pass right now, and of course on the PlayStation 5 store as well. They dropped that in PC. So that game dropped. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Let's get back into Ninja Gaiden 4. It's being co-produced and co-developed by Platinum Games. Who the hell saw this coming? Nobody. Not even me. Not even with all the insiders and all the people that I know and everything else. Nobody saw it coming, that they were going to have this kind of collaboration. So anyways, it's here now. It's coming out later this year. Looks magnificent. It's fast. It's gory. It's gorgeous. It's magnificent. I'm just excited for this game. But I got to tell you, you know what is a great idea? You shadow drop that remaster now to get everybody's appetites wet right for this game to come out. But anyways, this Ninja Gaiden 2 Black Remaster is available right now. They shadow dropped it on Game Pass today. It's also available on the PlayStation Store. Now, my only gripe, I have two gripes, by the way. One gripe is that on the PlayStation Store, as it stands right now, it is $66 Canadian for the remaster. That is a little steep there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little steep because I kind of wanted the idea of double dipping. I'm not going to double dip for $66. I play it on Game Pass. By the way, speaking of which, I already have 240 out of 1,000 achievement points on the game, and it just came out today. So let's get you frauds out there and get on that Xbox, and let me see you start getting some achievements. I want 1,000 out of 1,000 by Monday, and I want you to do the same. Us graybeards got to show you young kids how to play Ninja Gaiden. Anyways, looks fantastic. Now, my only gripe so far with the game, I've put in about 3 hours. My only gripe with the game is that the camera moves a little slow when you're moving around, especially when you're getting attacked 360 from all these ninjas and whatnots. And the only other thing is that you can't lock onto the enemies, which makes it incredibly difficult when you've got people attacking from the sides, left, right, front, back, up, down, and they're coming from everywhere, and you can't lock onto a character, which makes it a little bit easier to be able to manipulate. But however, that being said, the game looks great, and it plays great. And listen, it's a product of its time. I mean, the game came out in 2008. What the hell do you want from the thing, right? So anyways, let's move on to the next one. We also had South of Midnight. South of Midnight showed up, and they gave us an in-depth look at the story. Story looks great. The gameplay looks tight, interesting. It's dark. It's moody. It's full of deep South lore. I love that stuff. Give me all that voodoo stuff and everything else. Compulsion Games, listen, they make some fantastic games, okay? They make great games, and I've really enjoyed all of their games. Now, I want to address something because I know a lot of people, especially people that follow me and talk to me and stuff like that, they ask me, Mag, is the game going to be with that stop-motion animation? I won't be able to play it. It's going to make me throw up because of the frames and this and that, whatever. I can assure you that the game does not play in that stop-motion animation. That's only during the cutscenes and the story. So don't fret, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fret. It'll be just fine. Now, the thing is, with the Deep South, you've got Gothic lore, right? That's what defines that voodoo, that whole voodoo culture and the New Orleans and the Louisianas and all that cool stuff. I love that stuff. It's great. Now, the thing is, what else defines Deep South lore and culture is music. That's right, the music. And apparently, not only is the music just in the game as like something that's passive and just there. No, the music that's in the game will actually be integrated into the gameplay. So, for example, when you're having like a boss fight, as one of the developers was talking about, he says the music will build and increase in intensity, and coupled that and mirrored through the gameplay. That is very, very, very unique. So now we're looking at an April 8th release date for this. And interestingly, of all the other games that they showed at this showcase, or whatever you want to call it, Developer Direct, they did not say PS5 on this one. This one said Xbox Series, Game Pass, and PC. The other ones all said PS5 as well. Now, just to bring it back 1 second there, Ninja Gaiden did not give a release date for it. It just said late 2025 or later in the year. And then, of course, Ninja Gaiden Black 2 released today. Now, let's move on to to me, because, I mean, I already knew the spoiler, which was Ninja Gaiden. The biggest shock to me in this show was the Kepler Sandfall interactive game Expedition 33. That game launches April 24th. It's going to be launching on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and Game Pass. Now, I'm not going to lie to you folks, because I don't lie to you, okay? I tell it like it is. I was instantly turned off when it said turn-based combat. I'm like, nope, not doing it. But I'm like, let me just sit through this and let me see what happens here, right? And I got to tell you, folks, I found myself in complete awe. This game is gorgeous. The vistas, the smooth gameplay, the epic battles, the boss battles, the set pieces. Who are these guys? It's like 6 people. How do you make a game so incredible? I saw them on a picnic bench. They're sitting there like eating brie cheese and like baguettes, and they're just talking about the game and everything. And I'm like, how did you guys do this? I know teams of 1,000 who can't even make a game this incredible looking. I got to tell you, I'm a believer. I've been reinvigorated. I've been fixed. I am down for this game, and I'm down to play turn-based combat. This, I could tell you this by the way they were talking about this game and the way that they showcased and the way they described what they were working on and what did they try to convey. This is a passion project for real. You could see it on the screen. It just oozes passion, and you could tell that so much hard work went into this. And I got to tell you, man, I'm in 100%. Sandfall Kepler Interactive, you have won me over. This has now become one of my most anticipated games for the first half of 2025. Now, let's move on to the next game. Doom: The Dark Ages. What can I say? I mean, you're already sold from day one. You know it's Doom. You played the other Dooms, the other two. You played the ones way back in the day if you're a graybeard like myself. But this game looks even greater. It's just amazing that they didn't just sit on their laurels and say, hey, you know what? Let's just make another Doom game and blah, blah. And everybody rips their eyeballs out and then pull off limbs and then call it a day. Rip and tear, as they call it, right? Rip and tear. They did not do that. They decided to add a completely different game mechanic in there. Of course, by the way, there's this saw shield, very reminiscent of like a Gears of War kind of thing with like the gun and all that. The combat seemed to be more in the style of like a Souls-like combat. I'm not saying it's a Souls-like game. All right, don't get it all twisted. I'm just saying this is one of those hold your ground and face your enemy kind of fighting mechanic that they put in this one. Whereas the other ones, you had traversal, you had run and gun, you had this, and then they came out and said, hey, you know what? We're going to make this, we're going to slow it down. You're going to face your enemy. You're going to fight your enemy. You got a gun, you got a sword, you got a saw blade, a saw shield, all that kind of stuff. Stunning graphics. What else can I say about this game? It looks incredible. Cybernetic dragons. Who saw that coming? Nobody. Mech robots. I'm all in. Blood, gore, guts, heavy metal. Rock on! I am in. Sign me up day one, baby. And that game, of course, is coming May 15th. That's right. That's another one to launch the first half of 2025. It's going to be a big first half of the year. It's going to be a big second half of the year too. However, this first half of the year is stacked. Now, can we talk about that? I mean, it's no mystery here as to why everyone is moving out of the way of King Kong that's about to come stomping into the later half of 2025. That would be Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6. And so everybody's trying to release their games to give enough time, breathing space as you were, to give that game the biggest, widest berth you possibly can, right? Because, we all know why. It's going to be the juggernaut to end all juggernauts. Could be one of the biggest games of all time, I would imagine. So I think it's going to break records and all that stuff. Now, the last thing I want to do before we end this show here today, and I want to talk to you about this Xbox, PlayStation, social media stuff that's going on out there. And yes, I'm not going to lie to you. I was Ponymaster 420. I still am, and I do all the other jokes and the videos and the this and the that and the console war jokes and all that stuff. However, I've got to tell you that there comes a point, not me, but I'm just saying in general, there comes a point where everybody has to just stop being ridiculous. Like for example, I see Xbox fans out there on socials, and they're using this as an opportunity to dunk on PlayStation fans. I see PlayStation fans out there cracking jokes about how the games are all third party and Xbox is dead and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Can't we all just be happy that we're all getting great games? All of us, no matter what you have. I have everything. I have every console you can imagine. I could play on anything you can imagine. However, some people don't. But you know what? Everybody's going to be able to have access to these games one way or another. Can't we all just celebrate the fact that we are getting great games from the Xbox Game Studios and, of course, their acquisitions? I think that this is something that these people have worked hard on quality. And they've done all this to bring us a great many products, which of course we saw today. This is what we should be focusing on. We shouldn't be focusing on using it as ammunition to attack this guy and attack that guy. And, oh, there's a PlayStation pony and there's an Xbot and there's a this and there's a that. Let's just calm down. Let's just be super happy. 2025 is looking to be an epic year in gaming. And I got to say, let's celebrate it all together as gamers. And just be happy and thank Microsoft for, you know what I mean? Some people will be like, oh, my Meg, I can't believe you're saying it. Yes, thank Microsoft Xbox Game Studios for bringing us these games to all the consoles so that everybody can celebrate quality together. Anyways, on that note, I hope you liked the video and the breakdown of what I thought about today's Developer Direct. Just before I end the show, I want to give the show a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was absolutely magnificent. It was the perfect way to start the year. This is the kind of thing where, Sony's going to look and say, hey, we got to come out strong as well now. And this is what it is, because you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Competition breeds excellence. And that is how we as consumers continue to get great products. So anyways, everybody have yourself a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video and stay magnificent.